Welcome to iBrand, powered by Digital One Labs, where individuals are empowered to build their personal brand, amplify their voice, and own their story.
iBrand. Welcome to iBrand podcast powered by Digital One Labs. iBrand is all about empowering individuals to own their story, amplify their voice, and build a brand that creates lasting impact. I am Pradeep Pushpakumara, the founder and personal branding coach at Digital One Labs. Today is our first episode at iBrand Podcast, and my partner is here, Mayu. Why don't you just give a brief introduction about yourself?
Thank you, Pradeep. Welcome again, everyone. And I am Chiranmoy Medis from Chris and Moy Photographers. I am really excited to join iBrand and Digital One Labs as the video and visual communications partner for this podcast show. In the coming months, we would love to bring episodes of how to develop a personal brand in collaboration with Pradeep and iBrand. All right. So, Pradeep, we are going to talk about personal branding in this podcast. So, I think it's only right that we discuss what a personal brand is because I'm pretty sure our viewers would love to know what a personal brand is. What do you think it is?
Yeah, Mayu, definitely we need to talk about we need to address about what is about a personal brand or personal branding. So when we talk about personal branding, it is the intentional process of shaping and promoting how you are perceived by others by showcasing your unique identity, values, skills, and expertise. Basically, it's about your brand is what people say about you when you are just simply stepping out from the room, right?
That is a nice line. Your brand is what people say about you when you have stepped out from the room. That's really cool. So, uh, so that basically is personal branding. Okay, now I have a problem here. Um, this word branding is all over the place. We hear it every day. This brand, that brand. But the moment we talk, say brands, what we think about most of the time is products or a company, for example. A brand of drinks, a brand of cameras, brand of computers. So, but personal branding is not that, is it?
Yeah, correct, Mayu. So now, holistically, when we talk about the brands, basically we can divide it to mainly about two sections. I would say the corporate brands, or we can say the products, as you said very clearly about the maybe the cameras or devices or whatever. The corporate brands and also the personal brand. So corporate brand basically it is about representing a product or service, but personal branding is something about us. So that is very simply about that how that we can differentiate. And basically, when we compare the personal branding or personal brand versus corporate brand, so we can talk about the people connect with people rather they connect with the companies, because nowadays the trend is always about people would love to hear from maybe the business owners, entrepreneurs, or maybe the C-suite, so maybe the founders. They are talking about their journey, their success stories, or how they can create some value. So rather than just talk like hearing to their respective companies, people would love to hear from the business owners or people, I would say. And also let's see with how that is important today and the rather than ever before, because as I said, so when we talk about our journey or when we do kind of talk about something like our inspiring story, so people will also automatically will get inspired by that. So then people would love to hear that, as I said. So Mayu, I would say that I have kind of two classic examples.
Right.
I would like to share this with you because as a cricket lover, so always my favorite batsman is Aravinda De Silva.
Right.
He's a great player, and as a personal brand, he has made kind of huge impact
A
to
splash, you would
Sri
say.
Lankan cricket. And not only that, when it comes to the music industry, I would say Bhati and Santosh, we know that DNS. So they are the classic examples today.
I mean, yeah, that makes so much sense because it's not just about what they do, but it's about them. We know them. No matter even after 20, 30 years, we still remember the Silva. Not just
Definitely.
as a cricketer, but as a team person. So that, I guess, sums up what a personal brand is in a way.
Yeah, see the value of the brand, Mayusi, in our ages, in our era. So we still remember these, the
Heroes.
players or the key brands. But even if you ask from the younger generation, even today, so they will also love these, the key players.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Now that we know how it works, why does it matter, right? What's the importance of building a personal
Yeah, good question, Mayu. Here now, when before also like previous like the question, so we talk about the difference between the personal brand and the corporate brand. So when it comes to how it matters, basically about why personal branding matters. Of course, when we talk about the personal branding, so we need also to talk about a couple of key benefits.
brand?
For an example, it builds trust and credibility, and also it helps you stand out in a competitive market. Not only that, creates visibility and recognition, attracts opportunities. For an example, it can be a career growth, or it can be business opportunities, like the partnerships or collaborations, etc. And not only that, even though, so better networking and personal growth, I would say, for an example, for professionals, maybe to come up to the ladder, maybe to achieve more targets and achieve more the heights, go up to the ladder, climb up the ladder. So, and also the career growth, because when we talk about the personal brand, so that is going to be, we will have to learn a lot of things. It's going to be definitely a learning curve for every one of us, because personal brand is for every one of us. It is
Right.
for me, it is for you, and every one of us.
Right. Okay. Right. Since you said it, I think I was thinking about asking you who would require personal branding, but you kind of touched upon it saying it's for everyone. But can you elaborate on that a bit more? Like when you say everyone, does it mean like even I and you, or even a school child can use it?
Yeah, why not? Because most of the people today, they what they by hearing the personal brand word, so they think the personal brand is for business people.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, maybe the entrepreneurs or founders, but that is a myth. So personal branding, as I said clearly, personal branding, my view, it is for maybe both of us, for everyone, right? So personal branding, we can make use of that this entire process for every one of us. For an example, it could be the business owners, entrepreneurs, and maybe the corporate professionals and executives, even though, and creators, influencers, and public figures, and why not we are talking about the educators and consultants and freelancers, yes, and the athletics, and the politicians and the social activities, right?
Okay.
So
So basically, any walk of life, any age group, anything that you do, you can still use personal branding to develop yourself, your career, or whatever you do in a
definitely,
nutshell.
yes, yes, I
All
agree
right.
with you.
Superb. All right, Pradeep. So having heard of all of that, that it's for everyone and the importance of it, the benefits of it. Now I think I need to ask this question, like, what's the role of Digital One Labs and you as a digital coach and iBrand as a project that we are coming up with? What's the role, or how do we come into the picture?
um, well, actually it's like this. So how does digital one labs come into this picture? So, and what would be our role to answer this question? So, personal branding, we when we talk about this entire journey, so I have identified a couple of key things, so the milestones that we can achieve
Right.
to have a better personal brand. For an example, the personal brand strategy. the developing and executing the branding strategy when it comes to personal brand, and the content creation management and digital presence development. Basically, building authority through strategic and impactful content, and create online, very strong presence with personal websites. It could be your portfolios and profiles, right? And very especially, we use LinkedIn very heavily.
All
Mayu.
right.
I will explain you why we use LinkedIn very heavily, because today LinkedIn is the number one professional networking platform for the professionals. Because of that, we help the professionals, from optimizing their profile or writing valuable articles. So the objective is to network with like-minded professionals and explore new connections.
Right. So by getting more engaging content on their pages, you get more network for them. All right, that makes sense. So what else can we do? Like what are the other things that you do in this endeavor to build a
Yeah.
brand?
So when it comes to, so we were talking about LinkedIn. Yes, LinkedIn we use heavily, but why not other social media channels,
Right.
Mayu? You know that we are well aware about the Instagram and YouTube, TikTok. So we can create nice content and make that awareness, creating the valuable content. And why not personal branding, and that we can create a huge impact again. So then again, the reputation management, we basically monitor and enhance your digital reputation, right? Personal branding coaching, so we do one-to-one guidance to refine your brand and your communication. So not only that, Mayu, so we thought leadership development programs, because we position yourself as an expert in your industry. So it could be whatever the industry. So we help you to
Positions.
position yourself in a better way. And like today, we this is our first
Episode.
podcast, the first episode of our podcast, iBrand. So we do create this platform mainly for the entrepreneurs, or like said, these are the audience, basically the working professionals or whoever, educators, whoever, right? So every one of us creating this platform, iBrand podcast platform, for them to come and talk about what they are, like who they are, what they do, and how they can add value to their whatever the products and services. So this is basically creating the platform again to showcase themselves.
Right. So I guess that kind of brings us to why we are having this iBrand podcast here. Basically powered by Digital One Labs, of course, and Pradeep is guiding it. But the main reason is to get y'all, us, to develop our brands and to give us a platform to talk out about that. And also share our knowledge so that others also can learn, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So, and this, of course, definitely doubles up as content, which can be used in our own platforms again and again because we are talking about ourselves of what we do. I guess. That is why the whole podcast is done in such a way. All right, Pradeep. So now we heard what we bring into the picture, what Digital One Labs bring into the story. But I think we should also now talk about the core elements of a strong personal brand because now we know that we build it, why we should build it, but what are the components that we are looking at building? What are the strong areas of a good brand?
Yeah, definitely. We need to talk about it. What are the strong or the key elements of personal branding? So here now we can talk about the authenticity and consistency and the clarity. So basically, it's about what you stand for, right, Mayu? And the value. So basically, how we create value and the visibility. Yeah, I would say these are the core elements of a personal brand.
Right. All right. So I guess visibility is very, very important in building a brand anyway.
Yeah, why
All
not?
right.
Yes. So
Okay.
main idea, the main idea behind having this or creating this platform, iBrand, a podcast platform, is to create some visibility.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we kind of tied up that again and again because this is visibility and it creates value. and through
Definitely.
that we can create healthy consistency and other. I think we talked a lot of things like starting from what a personal brand is, how we can go about it, why the importance are for who it is, and what we bring into the picture, what digital one brands bring into the picture. I think, but before we wrap this up, before we end this first show, I think we should give us your viewers a view or an idea about how we start building a personal brand, the process of it. Where do we start?
Yes. So basically, yes, we have a process of creating the brand to how to improve the brand. So basically, if I talk about the key steps in uh, that how we start doing this the journey. So basically, it's about define your niche and expertise and identify your target audience. Because you need to first identify your whom we are going to
Of
talk about
course.
and optimize your then again LinkedIn profile, optimize your LinkedIn profile and start sharing valuable content. It could be some graphical content, it could be the video content. So basically, about we use these content to represent themselves and to showcase what they do and also create some value. And then again like engage with your network. It is not about, as I would say, not only about the digital platforms. So we can interact with people by attending whatever the potential events. There are a lot of events happening out there, so we can guide them about what would be the most potential or most ideal networking opportunities
That
for
they
them
can.
to go and engage. So that will create more visibility. Then again, explore new connections.
All right. So, I mean, of course, when you talk about content, I, as a visual communicator, am in the process, in the world of creating digital content. Technically speaking, this is also content that we're producing.
Definitely.
So, yeah, so that is what we do basically. Create content, be consistent about it, and get it out there. All right, Pradeep. So, I think we had a very insightful, although short, insightful discussion into what personal branding is and what we at Digital One Labs and trying to do this iBrand's podcast is trying to do. Is there anything that you'd like to add to it before
Mm,
we wrap up for
well,
today?
yeah, as you said very clearly, Mayu. So I believe that from the inception, like what is personal branding to how it could help you to improve your personal brand, and what would be the mechanisms that we can make use of them, and the process to a lot of things about and the target audience to target audience means that who can use this personal brand for their whatever the to improve their personal brand
Yeah.
awareness. So I think this is good, insightful podcast.
Yeah.
Then so we can talk more about in the coming videos, the coming podcast. So we would like to get more details and more clarity and talk more about the personal brand and of course how it can help you to improve your personal brand.
Okay. So, all right, Pradeep. I think we should stop now and let's hopefully meet you in a future episode with more insights, more knowledge, and guest appearances coming forward.
Until we meet again with our next episode at iBrand, powered by Digital One Labs. Finally, my name is Pradeep Pushpakumara, the founder and personal brand coach at Digital One Labs. Thank you very much. And thank you, Mayu.
Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us.